What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean. Welcome to another episode of Life of a Game Hunter / Collector. It's dirty in here. I got to test that Atari 5200 I picked up. It's raining like crazy. It's cold. I haven't been able to get out hunting, but hopefully we'll have us another live episode out here pretty shortly. What we're going to do today, if you remember me picking up that PlayStation 3 for $20 complete in box, we're going to go out there and see if we can't get that thing up and running. Also, a couple packages came in that I will open up at the end of the episode, so we will check that out. But without further ado, let's get out in that shop. Let's see if we can get this PlayStation up and running. Alright guys, so here we are in the shop. I got the heater going. We got hit with another cold snap. It's raining. Ignore the dirtiness of my hands. I actually just changed the starter out on my wife's car. And you know how hard it is to get oil off. But anyways, we got a PlayStation 3 here, and this thing is problematic. As you can see, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. You got the red light here. We go to turn it on, and then it will instantly shut off, and it'll blink, and that's no good. Most likely a heating issue. Everybody talks about 360s whenever they first came out, how bad they were. PlayStation 3s were just as bad in my opinion, especially nowadays. It's very hard to find one in working condition. So in order to take this thing apart, it is not fun. This is a process. There is a lot of parts. I'll compare it a lot to the 360. A 360 is very easy to take apart. PlayStation 3, there is so many intricacies. It's unreal. So let me grab some tools and we're going to start taking this thing apart. So on the side of a PlayStation 3 here, on the big models here, you're going to see this rubber piece. Pull that out and you're going to see a Torx bit in there. It's a size 10. Remove that screw. And with that off, you should be able to slide this cover off. There we go. Notice how it's translucent. A lot of people don't realize that. Pretty neat. Alright, so with that off, you're gonna need to find a place to set all this stuff. If you're like me, I don't have the room for anything. You're gonna see there's gonna be a lot of pieces coming off this thing. So now we got screws all over this plate. We gotta get this front plate off, so let's go ahead and remove those. Let me get a smaller Phillips here. One thing to keep note of is all these screws are the same size except for one. It's smaller. Where you remove that one, it actually has an S and an arrow, because you'll see where all the screws need to be removed, there is an arrow, but the one that says S is where your small screw goes. Very nice of them to do that. Alright, now it's time to pull this back. This thing is dirty. They said that someone worked on this before, like the brother attempted it at one point, but I don't know if he's going to do exactly what I see so much dust in here. It's unreal. I already got my air compressor powered up, because this thing's going to be blown out like tremendously. It's going to have to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove this side right here. Go ahead and unplug all the cables going into it. There we go. That's one piece off right there. Set that off to the side. Now we got access to this ribbon down here, so let's go ahead and remove that. That's got one of the pop tops. So once you pull that back, the drive is able to be removed, which there is a game inside. Hopefully it's something good if we do get this thing working. The amount of dust on this thing is just unreal, man. Now, this is very important. I have a big issue with this because we all do it, whenever we're repairing something. Keep the biggest mental note you can of where everything goes, because we still got a lot of ways to go before we get to where we need to be. Good chance to change out your battery, your 2032, if you needed to for the internal clock. But now we got to remove this shield here to get this out. So let's keep pounding these screws out here. There we go. We are getting there. Look at that. That holds the ribbon down, snapped right off. Was that ribbon? There we go. I don't even know if that ribbon was on right. Alright, that'll make things a little bit more difficult. I'm going to go ahead and blow this out a little bit just so I don't get dust in my face. I didn't mention it before, but go ahead and pull the hard drive out. That's something that's going to need to be done anyways. It's got a special screw on the side, so remember that one. You can see, like, I got a metal tray here thanks to an awesome person, but at the same time, I got to, like, kind of keep things separated so I don't forget their orientation on exactly where they go. So we are getting close to being able to take this thing out completely. We're almost there. Alright, so with some prying, we got that out. Make sure you remove the ribbon here. Alright, we are so close to the finish line. It is unreal. So let's set that right there for 1 second. And you can see just how nasty the fan is. I'm going to have to clean that out before I assemble this completely. But let's set this off to the side since that's not the main attraction. And now your board will be separate. Just be extra careful with it. And there we go. That's what we're after. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off this old thermal paste right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this metal tray underneath this, because I don't want to burn this towel underneath here. But what we're going to do, grab you a heat gun, put it on your low setting. We're going to hit up these two processors here. I don't know, somewhere 30, 45 seconds around that. We're going to hit up these two chips right here on either side. And we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side in hopes to resolder the broken connections. These things overheat and they'll end up popping a solder line usually, which is causing its overheat issues. So hopefully doing all this is going to get it fixed. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, once you do that, you want to let this whole board cool because it's going to be hot. Luckily I got my air compressor turned on. I'm not going to blast it close up, but I am going to put a little air on it from afar. Alright, once it's cool to the touch, we're going to go ahead and flip it over. We're going to do the same thing to the other side here. Remember your spots for your processors here, here, and then these two boards. Alright guys, we're getting close to being done with this thing. The next step we got to do before we put this thing back together, we got to apply the thermal paste that we took off, a new layer onto both the processors here. You can get it on eBay for like $3, $4 for a tube. You don't need much. Once you got a generous layer on there, just go ahead and apply it all over it. It's going to help disperse the heat. Alright guys, so once you got that on there, the only thing left to do is put this thing completely back together. Try to remember where everything is. Clean as you go. Get all the dust, remnants out of there. And then we're going to see if this thing is fixed. So let's go ahead and put this thing back together and see what's going on. Alright guys, so I got it all put back together. I've just plugged it in. We're going to see if it works or not. I'm not too sure. I never tried this technique before. So let's give that a shot. Let's see. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Damn it. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. I do know that technique works for some things. If there's any PlayStation people out there that work on these things, let me know whatever I can do to try, see if I can't resurrect this thing. If not, I'll just sell it as parts. Like I said, I only paid $20 for this, a controller, complete in box. It was a good deal, even broken. But I wouldn't mind getting this thing up and running just so I can learn it. Because obviously, people, I don't know everything. It's just trial and error for me. I try to pick it up as I go. But any PlayStation people out there, let me know what I can do, what I can try, and see if we can't get this thing up and running. With that said, we're going to head over to the game room, check out those packages, and end this episode. So let's do it. Alright guys, so here we are in the game room. We got a couple packages to open up and see what we got. First one here is from Brandon. This is coming from Ohio. I'm terrible with names. If anybody sends anything, we're working out a trade or something, don't be scared to write your username or, you know, whatever it is, your handle on these packages. USPS will ship them or wherever you're shipping from. So let's see what we got here. This is one of those crazy packages that have all the fluff inside, but there are secrets to opening these things, apparently. Allegedly. Alright, let's see. Looks to be a note. Let's see. Dear Mr. Renebean, I told you a while ago I just need those Zelda cards. See, you kept pushing it off till now. Hope you like them. Also, I'm rebranding my YouTube to match my Facebook streaming page. Now it's Retro Nostalgia, which will be X Brandon X21. I've been streaming retro games and modern stuff. Thanks for being awesome, Brandon. I do remember these, and these are the cards. Check them out. Yeah, for real. Check out the stream. Anybody that streams retro games, I love it. Retro Robbie streams them all the time. I like watching them. So check him out, Brandon X21. So that's awesome. And these are these Zelda cards. I have some of these already. So these will definitely go into the clay. Oh, I definitely don't have that one. These are so cool to have. They're like little mini games on these. I won't scratch them. These are the one things that I won't scratch. I'll leave them like as they were. But very cool. Look at the artwork on those. Absolutely wonderful. Made by Topps. Again, look at that. So cool. And this one that I did not have. This is the front card, if I'm not mistaken. That may be like a sticker cutout. But, I want to take it out, but I don't think I could. I don't think my heart would allow it. Collect all 33 tip cards. I don't know how many I have now, but probably getting close. Thank you so much for that. And for everybody out there, definitely go check them out. Now it's it could be Retro Nostalgia, which will be X. That's what it says. Check out both Retro Nostalgia or Brandon X21, BRANDEN. So very cool. Let's move on to the next package here, and this one is, I'm not too sure if I can grab it. Uh-oh. This one is from Connecticut, and this is from Lynn. Not too sure what it is. Partial ground select. Good way to ship items. You can usually come out cheaper with that one. Let's see, I'm trying to open up this razor blade. Excuse the possibility of cutting myself. This is one of those wild packages. I'm not sure on how. Okay, I see what's going on. You would think working with boxes, as long as I can open them easily. Sometimes they just confuse the hell out of me. Alright, here we go. There's a note I can see right here, I think. Just says Renebean, so let's check that out before we open this thing up. Alright. Hello, Renebean. I am a subscriber from your channel. I messaged you on Instagram about these N64 boxes. Here they are with some extras. I'm a collector of some video games from my childhood toys too. I'm really looking for mask toys from Kenner. If you find any, please let me know. I'm in Connecticut and I never find any. Also, please let me know what you're looking for to add to your collection. We have a lot of retro stores here. It says a fan, Todd Stevens. I do remember someone saying it maybe came from his wife's account, maybe. Sorry, out of bubble wrap. I was going to fill it with shredded paper. I don't know if I should give out his Instagram. I don't know if that's what people want. You know, I'm always scared people will bombard them, you know, or someone will harass them. But I do remember now, and thank you for that. I'm always actively looking for my N64 collection stuff, any games that I don't have, and I'm always, you know, wanting to trade with people or buy them, either way. And I really appreciate you sending these. I can't even remember exactly what they are. But oh Lord, I'm already nervous about opening this up. Let's see. I gotta be careful with this blade. I do remember this this instance. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, man. Oh, this is cool. N64 boxes. I didn't have these. Check it out. I always say it every time, but look at the cover of that guy. Let me look at him. That's Favre. I was a big Packers fan back in the day when I was really big into football. Started, obviously, when Favre was quarterback of it before he moved, you know, to 58 other teams. But this is cool. Very awesome to add that to the collection. It's just a box, but that's all I need. I already have the game, and I already seen it. Look at this. This is ridiculously awesome. Oh, you didn't have to do all this. Bag tag. Look at that. Look at the Highland shield right there. That is cool. That's going to go in the shrine. Now that I have a little bit more room in that shrine, you guys are already quick to trying to max it out. I appreciate that. Here's the other box right here, which is Fox Sports College Hoops 99. Pretty decent condition. I actually had to take down a bunch of boxes to make room for the expanding N64 collection. So I got to figure out how I got to get these boxes up on the shelf. I got a pretty good idea to where it'll all look nice and all in the same place. Very cool. What else is in here? What is it? A Dreamcast game. Possibly, yeah. Track and Field. I didn't have this. I love collecting anything Sega. So that's very awesome. I don't know how that game looks. It looks pretty wild. Looks like there's some sort of skeet shooting in there, some sort of something. That's awesome. Anything Sega, I'm all over. Sega N64. We got some Intellivision games. Oh my goodness, Intellivision. Atari's little brother. Look at this. We got Major League Baseball by Mattel Electronics. Are the games? Yeah, the games are in there. It's got the overlays and everything. That's wild. Oh, it's cool. Some of the best experiences from having a game room and collection. I tell people, who only play emulation and ROM, you can't pick up the box, you can't look at it, you can't read, you can't experience it in your hands, and that's what's cool about this stuff. We got Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack. Very cool. And last but not least, we got Space Battle. Oh, that's awesome. I love how Intellivision has a book. It's kind of like a book when you open it up. Very nice, which is why Intellivision games boxes kind of seem like they hold up a little bit better over time for that. But that is very awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Todd. I really do appreciate it. And to everyone else, always appreciated. With that said, hopefully next episode or a few episodes later on, we'll get that PlayStation up and running. If not, I'm going to sell it and make money anyways. I didn't lose anything on that. $20 complete in box with the controller. I can sell it defective and still make a little chunk of change on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and to everybody out there in this wonderful world, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.